Okay, today we are going to see how we can create something like this. So this is a dashboard built on the global superstore dataset that we used in the during the previous two sessions. Um, Actually, a Tableau dashboard is a set of like sheets grouped together, and we can use some of the filtering options or tooltips or other Tableau options to make something interactive. Uh, so if you remember our data set, let me show it to you before we start exploring our dashboard. So this is the global superstore dataset from with sample data of a store, where we have some information like order date, ship date, ship mode, customer ID, customer name, some location information like city, state, country, postal code. Then we have some the market breakdown and region, some information regarding the products sold, category, subcategory, product name. Then we have the measure all of the previous columns. We agreed to call them dimensions. And for the sales, quantity, discount, profit, shipping cost, all of these four columns or five columns are our measures. And we have order priority, another dimension. Uh, so our session today is will explore how to create this dashboard out of the data. Our dashboard, as you can see here, displays the total sales for a specific country selected here in this filter, and the total profit and the profit percentage. Here we have a nice map that represent or display the country that being selected here. We have the tooltip feature displaying the top three cities in terms of the sales inside this state or province or whatever. Here we have, so this one is sales breakdown per state. Here we have the sales per quarter. So for a time period, here I'm selecting the 4 years. We can customize this as well to display only 2 years. This will refresh all of the view. So here you can see the sales breakdown per quarter. This graph is called area chart, where we have here the for each one of these category, the furniture in blue, the office supplies in orange, and technology in red. And here on the y-axis we have the sales value, and here we can see the accumulated sales and as well the breakdown of the sales. The next sheet here is the sales per product. Any questions? Anyone trying to ask something? Okay. So here we have the sales per product. We have the technology category, or we have three categories: technology and let me this technology, furniture, and office supplies. If I click this plus button, we got the drill down per product, and here we have the relation between sales and profit. So here I plot the sales value against the profit to see the relation, or if we have something interested here like product that given us a high profit was not so much high sales value. So what we are going to do, we will build this dashboard together today, and I will just move to Tableau to start working from scratch using our data set to build this dashboard step by step. Okay, any questions so far? Okay. So here I'm starting Tableau and I will switch to Tableau. Sorry, I have something here. Okay. Here we go. Okay. So you should now be able to see my Tableau welcome screen. I will browse for the dataset file here, Global Superstore, and then start to build our view. So here we have the orders dataset that we discussed before using the data interpreter. However, I think we don't need it as it already has a good format. Anyways, here we go. Okay. So we'll start creating our view one sheet by sheet. So for the first sheet, which was the total sales, I can switch quickly to show you which one. So I will start by creating that sheet, the total sales, then the total profit, then the profit percentage, then move on for the other sheets one by one. So simply for the total sales, we can pick the sales here, double click on it. It will by default create a bar chart, which I want to change to text. So here it's the suggestion is to the bar chart, but there is another alternative here to use the text. So this is a text value representing all of the value for all sales in our data set, 12 million. I will go and rename this sheet as total sales. And what I can do here as well is to bring the country value to the filters shelf. Here, what I do, I drag the country and put it on the filters. So I'm telling Tableau that I want to filter using this column. So here we can select any country. If we select all, this will display the total value, which is 12 million. Sorry. Yeah, and if we like edit this filter to select a specific country, like United States, it will update the value as well. Okay. Can show this filter to the user who is going to use this sheet from this one. Right click and show filter. So it will be shown. We can control the type of the filter. So this one is multiple selection and as a list like so. We can have other types of filters. I prefer to use some of the, in our case, the single value drop down. So we'll have this drop down list and we can select only one value. So in our case, I'm selecting United States. If we want to select Canada, we can search it and select, and then we have our value updated. But I prefer the United States as we have more data to show. So this is simply this is our first sheet. What we should do is to format this number as currency. So we can right click here and click format. or sorry, no, this is format that measure here, sum of sales, or format the sales here. If we format from this one, we can right click and set the default properties, the number format. So any time or any other, for any other sheet, we are going to use this dimension. The number formatting will be applied. If we formatted the sales or the value from this bill in the sheet, our formatting will be limited to this sheet only. So what I will do, I will format it for from the data pane to have the same formatting in all of the other sheets. We have here the number, currency, standard, and custom. Let's put it currency standard for now, and we can go back and change it later if you want. So we have now that number with dollars and in cents. And we have this default tooltip that appears whenever I move the mouse over the number. Okay. This is our first sheet. The second sheet is the total profit. So I created a new sheet from this button, and you can rename it total profit. Here, every sheet, it has a title, which by default is the same of the sheet name, but we can override this from here. Double click and edit title. You can write anything here, but if you leave it like this, it will just display the same name of the sheet. So the total profit will run exactly the same way. Double click on the profit. It will be here by default. Then change it to number and change the formatting again. Here we go. Then the last one, I will create a new sheet, and the last one was the profit percentage. The profit percentage is just the percentage of the profit divided by the sales, like this one, like so. If you can see it, I'm not sure if you can see it or not. Sum of the profit by sum of the sales. But here we need to know something, that we can have this value calculated in two different ways, and one of these ways might will give us wrong number, which is if we create this calculated field, or the sale is a profit percentage. So I defined it as the sum of profit by sum of the sales for the level of granularity in the sheet. But imagine if you calculated it like so, profit by sales. This will give us wrong result, as this one will divide the profit by sales for each line of transaction in our data set. And then when we add it, like so, when we add it here, we will have this number, 2,433, which does not reflect a percentage. What happened here is that it goes and divide actually the profit by sales for each one of these rows, and then sum the results of each row together, which give us this number here, which is wrong. The correct formula is to sum the profit by sum of the sales. So this way, yeah. And actually this one, yeah, like this, it will display here. Yeah, this value, which is 0.1, this value is actually a percentage, so we would better to
Sorry, my bad.
formatted as a percentage. Sorry, you're trying to ask a question here? Okay, so what we have done is we edited our calculation to be calculated as sum of profit by sum of sales, and this will go and sum the profit column and divided by the sum of the sales column for each filter or each of the set of the data that is that exists already in this sheet, or the sheet is using to calculate its values. Um Here in our first sheet, we use that filter to filter out the total sales per the country. And what we can do now is to apply or edit this filter to be applied to all of the sheet that we have done. So instead of adding the country over and over again, we can go here to this bill in the first sheet and right click and apply to worksheet and tell it to all using this data source. So for any sheet that we are going to create later on, we will apply the country filter to it. So now we have this icon representing that this filter will be applied to any sheet that is using our orders data set. And now if we go to other sheets, we will have our filter already applied. Okay. So let me stop here and ask if anyone has any questions.
Looks good to me so far.
Okay. You are the one that always responds to me. Thank you. Okay. So continuing as we are running out of time quickly, the third sheet was the sales per state. So we will create the map. So just go and create a new sheet. And here the maps, as we have seen, we have the some of the location information, city, country, postal code, and state. And if you can see here, we have this icon besides every column of these columns. This one representing geographic role, and this was detected automatically by Tableau. And in any case that you have a data set with a similar columns but with different names, you can go here from geographic role and select the correct value from this drop down. This will help Tableau to detect the geographical information and draw the map correctly. So what we will do here is to display sales per each state or province or governance based on the country. So what I want to do, let me start with the country information. I will double click the country. So now we have the longitude and latitude. These two bills in green are created here automatically. Like you can see here, generated and generated. These columns were created automatically by Tableau, deriving this information from the information in our data set, the city and country and so on. So it go and create it. I think it's using also a mapping service, OpenStreetMap. This is a mapping service. And as we are using here the country as United States, the filter that is applied to all our sheets, so it goes and make this focus to the United States. If we show this filter and just update it, it will go and update based on the country selected. Okay, so now I decided or gave it the drill down to use, but what about the measure? We want to display the sales. So double click the sales. And now it moved here and it's representing the by the size of this circle and to the level of detail of the country, but we needed the information for the level of detail of the state. So I will drag the states here over country to use the state. No, we need the country as well. Yeah, we need the country as well. So now we have the country and state. So and we have this circle representing the sales value. And as you can see here, this icon matching this one means the size. So the size of the circle is representing the sales value for each one of these states. But this is not the shape that was on the dashboard. The shape we had was the other one here, the other map. We have here two types of map. The regular map, the other one is a filled map. It's filling the space with the value. So I switch it to this type. So now we have each one of the states with a color representing the scale of the sales, and we can see the scale here. So this here in California, we have a higher value than the light color here in South Dakota. I have a question here. Excellent, thank you. So going forward with our analysis, we can make this map better by adding the state name to the label. So it will go and write the state name. We can put the sales value on the label. So we'll have the value on the label. What I'm doing here, just to drag the measure and put it on the correct or in the right place. So I prefer to have the name to keep us close to what we have on our dashboard, and rename it to sales per state and move to the next sheet, which was the sales per quarter. So simply this one was, I think we did it before. Add the year and the sales, drill down by quarter, and use this shape, this graph. It's a trend graph. And oh no, we are using, sorry, the area map representing the value of sales in each year, and we can divide this area map by color. Each color will represent a category, so we can get the category and drag it to the colors. So we will have our view here, like so. Yeah, but I think we need to have the year with us. We need to have the year. So I will add it again, like so. Yeah, here we go. So what I have done here, that's important thing to focus on, is changing that dimension value from a discrete set of values to continuous set of values. So now, if you can see here, I have the values for each year, and I can drill down for each quarter, but here it's drilling every year and give me the quarter value. But what I wanted to have is to have a connected graph. So this set of conversion for year, quarter, month is discrete, giving me discrete values, and this one giving me the continuous values. So I will use the continuous one and drill down to quarter. So this one will give me a connected graph connecting each year to the next with the next year. And here we have the sales value as we have seen. Okay, that was one of our sheet. The next sheet is sales per product. So sales per product, we have the product, but if you can remember, I had the functionality of drilling down from category, like technology, to a specific product. So I need to set this hierarchy first before adding to the sheet. So we have the category and we have the product name. So what I will do, I will drag the product name over category. So it will create a hierarchy for me. Let's call it products. So we have now that hierarchy that we can add and add our sales here and switch it to bar chart and sort. Then we have our category, and when we click the plus sign, we can drill down to the product. Okay, the last sheet, not the last one, but the last one on our dashboard is the products or sales profit relation, sales to profit. Do we have a question here? Can we present sales values numbers on the map? Yes, that was what we have done here. You can decide whatever you want to display by setting what to be done here in this T. So whatever fields you will drag in that square, it will be displayed. So if I drag the sales and put here on the label, now it's displaying the state name and the total value of the sales. Okay, I hope this answers your question. So going back to the sales per profit, here I want to have a plot chart representing how the sales and profit relation is established. So what I can do is I can select sales and hold on control and select the profit and open this one. This will be the only plot that is available, the scatter plot. So use it. So what we have here is the sum of sales by sum of profit. Here sum of sales, and this on the x-axis, and on the y-axis we have the sum of profit. And this is not what we want to have. We want to have this representing a dot for each transaction. So we want to break it down to the level of transactions. Or sorry, we can break it down for each product. Here we are interested in knowing the products that bring us the highest profit with a lower sales, or to see the trend if we have any trend. So what I will do is adding the product name to the detail. That detail section, it will tell Tableau to like have the level of detail of this sheet to be on the level of detail of product. So if we have this product name added to the detail, it will do so. It will break down our data set to group by the product name. And we can also add the product name to the color. Have a different color. Yeah, but I guess it will be better to add the category to color. So now, based on the color, we know that here the technology category, the product Canon image advanced copier is give us a high profit, and here another two items, office supplies and technology again, another copier. So yeah, what I wanted to show, yeah, what if we change that view to a table? This might give you more insight about what we have. So before adding the category and the product name to our sheet, if we changed our plot like so, that was our plot. If we changed it to a table, we'd end up with two values representing the sum of the profits and sum of sales, and adding the product name to the detail. Now it's dividing or adding that level of detail to our sheet, but it's not showing the product name because I did not ask it to show it. But if I put the product name here in the text, or put it better on the columns, now we have the profit per sales for each one of our products. This data set is represented better by the scatter plot. So if I change it back to scatter plot, now we see it. I hope that makes it clearer now. So again, add the category to the color. So we can, yeah, this one I think is given us. We can also use the shape. We can use the shape to may have another different shape for each product, for each category. So drag the category and put it on the shape. So we'll have the plus and square and circle. So I think now we can move on and start building our dashboard by combining all of these sheets together. So I used to create a new sheet from this icon to create a new dashboard. We can use this icon to create a new dashboard. The third one here is a story, which is a set of dashboards. So this is like going up one level. So here the lowest level is the sheets, or the most simple data visualizations that we can make. Then the dashboard here is a set of sheets, and finally the story, which is a set of dashboards. So what I will go here, I will go and create our dashboard, global superstore. Here we can set the dimension if it's a default one that was carried out from a previous project that I was working on, the phone. So can make it to fit on the phone. But I will not use this layout. We have here some selections, fixed size or automatic or range. More for the best experience, I think automatic will give us the best one. This means that the elements added to our dashboard will be resizable based on the size of the screen. We have here show dashboard title, so we'll have the dashboard title, and now we can start adding here the sheets that we have created earlier. What I prefer in designing the dashboard is to use these dividers or these panes to divide the whole dashboard into vertical or horizontal objects. So add this one to divide it vertically, and we can add a blank placeholder and divide the first layer horizontally. So I'll drag one. So what I have here, I'm just trying to divide the screen. Actually, in this point of time, when you are designing a dashboard, I used to have like a wireframe design even drawn on a piece of paper to have like background or idea how are you going to design or divide the spaces. So I will here just start adding the elements. So add the total sales here, and then add total profit below it, and add the profit percentage. And I think I need to add another one besides. So as you can see, here we have like placeholders for whatever elements that we will need or we are going to add. So I will just keep adding the elements. Add sales per state here and sales per quarter beside it. Then the sales per product and sales profit. So now we can delete this one. Yeah, I think we did not. Okay. So now I put the sheets that I have done or have created together, and the remaining part is to format them to look better. So here, this sheet, you can see the title here is not like taking the whole space. So we have some options here. Okay, I need to charge my laptop. So okay. So we have some formatting options here from this down. So here we can fit it to the entire view. So it will take the whole space, and we can resize it as well. The same will be applied, can be applied to other sheets. We can do some formatting as well to have these numbers format or titles formatted. We can like make this center aligned like so. We can also format the number to be centered as well. Here, right click, format for each pane, center. Okay, I just don't want to waste our time on it right now. So what we will do, we can set the view here. We can apply even different color for the text here from the pane. Here, this one is to the level of the worksheet. So if we change it for the worksheet, it will be applied to all the elements in our sheet. And as we have only one element here, it was applied to it. We can color the title as well. From this one, we can make it bold, whatever. Sorry, I didn't capture well how you connected the 5 sheets into a dashboard. Can you repeat that part? Okay. You mean how I placed these elements together? Okay, we can simply just set or have them in, select first thing the layout, then start adding them.
No,
by
it's
double click.
How did you get a dashboard at the top over there?
What do you mean by at the top of other?
How did you connect the 5 sheet? You created global superstore and then our dashboard over there. And
here we started we started by building sheet by sheet.
I got that. Yeah.
Okay, then created a dashboard, and as all of each one of these sheets is based on the same data source.
Yeah.
So when I created my dashboard, I have this list of sheets and started dragging them together. And Tableau, I think you are asking about synchronizing the data between sheets.
No, after
محمد هو
after
بيسألك انت ازاي عملت جبت دوست على ايه عشان تجيب الداشبورد دي وتحط عليها الداتا دي كلها؟ انت دوست على ايه عشان تكريت
هنا this
الجلوبال سوبر
you
ستور؟
mean
دوست
this
على ايه عشان تفتح الصفحة الجديدة دي؟
yeah, exactly.
yeah this icon.
Yeah.
Yeah,
there's a
you're
button
clicking
for
this icon, create a new dashboard.
Awesome. Is that what you were asking about?
It's about after you created the 5 sheet, how they
Mhm.
so the name of the dashboard is global superstore.
The name, no,
yeah.
the name is the name. I just double click on the name and
Okay.
rename it whatever you want. Give it any name.
Okay.
So it's the name is just label. It does not reflect anything related to the data or linking data together or the data set. You can this is just a text.
Okay.
You can name it whatever you want. Even here, set the show dashboard title so it will reflect the dashboard name here on this title. But if we do not want to have it, we can unselect this one and we can add a text area and write anything on it.
Okay, nice. Okay. I got it now. Yeah.
So now we have a text. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. So now we have our sheets in place, but not on the best format. But I will try to move on to save some time. So now we have the map and the area chart, and we have this nice legend. I think we don't know, this one is not so informative, but for this legend here, it's makes it, we can use it to interpret both of these graphs, and also we can use it for this one. We can take any one of these windows and put it where we want. We can move it. We can put it here. We can put this one next to it, like so. Okay, so you have like a lot of tools to customize the view the way you want. Even if you go and Google the data viz gallery on Tableau site, you will see a lot of different dashboards or data visualization customized in a very nice way. So you have a lot of capabilities here to customize the view the way you want. Sure, we cannot like go through all of these functions, but at least you can now start a simple dashboard and keep enhancing it and applying other or make it more dynamic, which we'll try to do in the next during the next session. But for now, what I wanted to add is the tooltip that I showed to you on the other dashboard that displaying the top 3 cities as their sales in each state. And also we had a filter represent for the year. So I wanted to add the year filter. So let's go and add the year filter. To add a year filter or add any filter, you have to add it on a sheet first, then apply it on the dashboard. So I will add it to this sheet, go to sheet from this, or simply click this icon. So I will go to sheet and drag the order date representing the date to the filters shelf. So it will ask me how do you want your filter by years, quarter, month, days, and so on. The blue icons will give us discrete value filter, so you can select specific years the green icons will give us a continuous filter. So you can select a range from 2 or maximum or minimum. So simply I will go with this option and select all. So now I have this filter. Right click and apply to all worksheets, all using this data source. So now I have this filter on. And from the sheet here, drop down filters, it will give me all filters available. And now we have the year of order date, which is our filter here. It will be added. And we can control how it looks or the type of the filter. We have some other options, but the best one so far that does not take much space is multiple value drop down. So you will have it like that one, but the country is a single value and that one is a multiple value. So you can select multiple years. And as we set it to be applied to all sheets, if we select or deselect this one and select it, we will not have any data displayed as we did not have any year selected. Selecting a year by year, values will be added and our view will be updated one by one, as just like so. Okay, another important functionality is using the sheet as, or item of a sheet as a filter. So imagine that you just want to see the trend here and see the sales per product for California, which is giving us the most or the highest sales value. So simply you can click on it and have all your view filtered by this value. So this functionality can be enabled or disabled. Even here from this one, you can use as filter. So here you are telling Tableau to use the selection on this sheet as a filter to be applied to the dashboard. So use as filter. Now, if we click California, we'll have all of our view. We have the total sales for California, total profit, profit percentage, and we will have our bar chart updated, and we'll have this scatter plot updated and everything, okay? To clear the selection, you can just click it again. It will clear the selection, okay? This can be applied as well to this sheet. Simply, if you want to see how the technology category is doing overall, so we can enable this functionality, use as filter, and whenever you select technology, our dashboard will be filtered out to apply only technology values, and all of the values will reflect only technology. Select it again, it will clear the filter, same for furniture and so on. Okay. Now to the top 3 cities, performing cities in each state. This one is important, and it reflects the ranking functionality of Tableau. So we can add it here, just like so. We can add the city, but add it as a map. So just please add it as a table like so, and add the sales value and apply the sorting. And what you can do here is to add the sales measure, quick table calculation. You will have a lot of calculations running, total difference, percent difference, rank, one of them. So we can use the sales value displayed here and showing that New York City is in the first place. We can use it, this value, to be calculate the rank. So once I click it, this values will be changed to rank. To get the sales again, we can double click it. So we'll have the rank along with the sales. We can filter out the sales to the top 3 performing cities. We can drag this calculation one, the one with this triangle representing a table calculation, the one with the rank, to the filter shelf here, and ask it to give me only the top 3. So now we have the top 3 performing cities, but this one, it does not include the state dimension. So let's try to add it to our web and see what will happen. So simply what I want to do is to add that ranking or the top 3 to be displayed on the tooltip here instead of these 3 lines of information. So what I will do is to go here and go to sheet. Here we have the tooltip. That tooltip is constructed by the automatically from Tableau by default by adding the important information to be displayed on the tooltip, but we can configure it to have whatever we want. So to configure this one, click the tooltip. You will have the values here. You can write a text, so you can see in United States of a state and then a state name, the sales value was X, and so on. So here you can configure how that tooltip will look, and you can also make it display another sheet. This is what I will do. So here from insert, it will give me some options, data source name, data update name. So you can add last updated date or sheet name or whatever. And here we have the sheets. Our sheet here is sheet number 8. Let me rename it. Sales per city. Oh, this is our sheet. So here I tell it to add this sheet to the tooltip. So now we can see we have the top 3 cities in California to be displayed, or here in Nevada. So it's changing based on the displayed or the current state that we are moving over. And in some cases here we have only the information of one product, or sorry, one city. So displayed only one. Other we have, I think I have seen 2. Anyways, the idea is the same. But what I wanted to highlight here is that in this sheet, you can see here it's displaying the top 3 cities in the whole United States. Why? Because here it's displaying based on the filters or the current data set of this sheet. So in our case, we are filtering with the United States for the 4 years, 12, 13, 14, and 15. And we are selecting the top 3. But here, when we go over one of these states, Tableau automatically will add the state value to this sheet and the filter with the state value to give us the top 3 cities on or off the selected or the current state. You can see here the tooltip, this filter, tooltip country.state. So this one was added automatically when I added this sheet to the tooltip of the Tableau. When I did this step, when I added my sheet here to the tooltip. So it based on the data here, we are using the level of detail of the state as details here. So it was carried out to that sheet to be displayed as a tooltip, and we forward the state value to the sheet so that we can filter out using this sheet. Okay. So now I think I can compare the two dashboards. They are almost similar. The other one that I showed you is just I had more time to format it. You can, like as you have seen, you can select the size, the color, and everything. Even you can add borders to each one of these sheets. Here you can select the border and go to the layout tab and ask it to add a border. Can be solid lines, can be dotted, and so on. Even here you can control the spaces between the sheets using this outer padding or inner padding. Also, you can set a specific background to your sheet, like so, and so on. So a lot of formatting option. You can try it yourself. Now to the last step is publishing your data viz on the internet. So here from File, Save to Tableau, Public. If you don't have a Tableau public account, it will pop up a window asking you to log in or to create an account. Just need your first, last name, email, password, and so on. Then asking you to add a workbook title. So this will be Global Superstore. Let's for it live as the other one here. So click Save. Now it will go and publish my work on the Tableau public site, and this will be public for everyone just using the link to add it, to view it. Even I have the option to enable or disable the ability for other people to even download the workbook itself and work with it or see how it was created. So now this is the link of the dashboard. Can copy it and send it to anyone. Even this can be embedded in any sites.
Where is
You
this
can
link?
share. This link is to Tableau public site.
It might be
This
on your
is
other screen here.
oh, I'm not used to this. Okay. Can you see it now?
You got it.
Okay. So this is just it go and pop up that browser window, and I have this opened. This is the dashboard that we have created. We have our filters, the country, we have our tooltips. Can be applied here. Okay, we have everything that we have done. If I share the link with anyone, can download the sheet itself, can open and edit it online in a window that looks like Tableau software. Here you can see full screen, download and share. You can embed it in a website or just share it with a link and some sharing option. Okay, this is, you can even share a current view, so you can like set specific state or specific or select filtering by technology or select here and share the current view or share the original view, which is the dashboard without any filters. Okay, so I encourage you to go and try the data set and just play around with the dimensions and measures. As you have seen, we have some other dimension that we did not use during the session. We have the shipping cost, we have shipping priority, shipping mode, and so on. We can go and try to play around with these dimensions and measures and try to make something different. Yeah, that was today's session. Hope you like it. Let me know if you have any questions before disconnecting and going back to the main meeting. Also, as usual, you can send me questions in our Slack channel or privately.
This was great, Momo. Thanks. I've been furiously taking notes.
Yeah, that was quite a bit.
That's amazing.
Yeah, thanks, man.
Thank you so
Thank you.
much.
Thank you.